if anybody has been watching my channel long enough, know that I sell seedlings in the spring, your usual vegetable varieties. But recently, I've been offloading some like plants, cuttings. I had a citronella plant that I took cuttings of and sold really well. I have Rosa Sharon bushes that have saplings, or what do they call them? Water shoots or something, that I pulled out of the ground and sold those. And not for a whole lot of money, but they came to me free, so any money I get from them is a profit. Now, I also have a bunch of houseplants, namely pothos, and here in this case I have corn plant, one of the Dracaenas. Now this particular specimens, there's 3 in here, have been neglected, suffice to say, for couple of years now, if not more. But they've survived. They've been in water this whole time, and they've got a nice root system on them, so there's still hope for them. So I finally got around to putting them up in a pot so that I can sell them. So I'm not exactly sure what size pot. I think I could go bigger, but this is what I have on hand. And this is actually one of those supposedly degradable bags that don't degrade very well. And because I was hoping to keep the breathable aspect of it, but also it would dry out too fast if I just left it as is. So I put it in these milk carton containers that I use a lot when I do my seedling sales, when I up pot the bigger, like tomatoes or peppers. So that's what I'm going to use for these. Now, I think the secret to up potting something that you have propagated in water is to make sure your new medium is stopping wet, like, you know, water dripping out of it, because this plant has only lived in water this whole time, and for you to just give it a little bit of moisture right off the bat is gonna give it a lot more shock than you think. Now, this was all root bound a few minutes ago. I took the time, not very carefully, to tease it out and lost quite a bit of roots, the young ones, but I think there's plenty enough here that they'll still survive. So I've got these 3. They're very pale. They've been in the eastern window, but they haven't gotten much in nutrients or anything like that. And you can see how they've coiled their roots because they've been in this flower phase for a while. So now I'm just gonna plop them in. I mean, I was hoping to change the roots trajectory, but I don't think that's gonna be a possibility. So they'll do what they'll do. Well, I guess if you put it down and then coil it the other way, that would do some change. And then fill it in. So I'm just gonna cover barely to the roots, where I can barely just see the roots poking out of the bottom. I don't want to come up too far on the stem and risk rotting the stem. I mean, this is a pretty hardy plant. It's been in water all this time and it hasn't rotted, but now we're in soil and, I don't know, well, potting mix. I wouldn't say soil necessarily, but now we've changed its environment. It might be more susceptible to rot. So we're going to keep the soil level just above the root lines. So you can't really tell the depth of that, but just trust me. So it's going to be wobbly because there's not going to be much holding it up. But eventually the roots will take hold. And just keep it in a space where it's not going to be wobbling too much. And it should be fine. Alright, I'll finish up the rest of these. Sitting in this position hurts my legs. I'll be back. So here's some of the roots that I mangled earlier. But now we've uppotted. They will live here for a little while, see how they do. Keep track of their moisture levels. And I'm looking to sell these maybe at $10 a piece, depending on how they look at the time. I'll probably sell them in May. And then here are the citronella cuttings that I have. They've been here like has it been a week already? So they're doing well. I have like 4 or 5 per pot. These I'll definitely sell for $10 each. They've got nice decorative, these plastic pots that I don't use for anything else. I might up the price, but no, I think $10 is good. Here's one with a stick on it because it was floppy, droopy. So I decided I was hoping to help it along. It's the least good looking of the bunch. The rest of them look really strong and adjusting well. And then this one is a cutting from prior year, and it's been sitting outside all summer and growing. So there's a few under there, so I'm going to separate this out in the spring and then have another set of plants. And the bigger one I would probably sell for like $15. All right, so, here's some pothos that I have not gone through the trouble of cutting these, propagating these. I have other plants for that, but I could. I've got plenty of growth on this one. But I could do that, doesn't take long, a month maybe, to root. So I can do that in April or May or whenever, because we have marketplaces online now and you can sell houseplants whenever you want. So it doesn't have to be a time thing. You can do this whenever you want. But spring is when people are usually looking for more plants. Or maybe even winter for houseplants, who knows. So make your money where you can. All right, thanks for watching this one. Talk to you all again soon. Bye.